Yes, they have to do it. Our people don't.
Would it make sense?
I talked about this before. Artists need an independent union.
Yeah.
Similar to the NFL, the NBA, it needs to be collective bargaining agreements. There needs to be some level of regulation with the way business is done. Because the way the music business is structured, there are a lot of things that are not publicly put out there for the sake of the business. And those of us that are artists like Sam, you know directly, you being an artist, you've been subject to every artist is always sat across that table and be like, did you hear what he just said? Wait a minute. Oh, but it's too late because you're in the midst and you're like, damn. Now you got to backtrack. And it's constantly happening. And artists do need a separate union that creates a collective bargaining agreement that standardizes these contracts.
Powerful. Let's talk about Nipsey real quick. Nipsey Hussle. Just recently, the verdict, I think it was probably a week ago now at this point, the verdict came in. A lot of people still, think that there's still a conspiracy behind Nipsey Hussle's death. Like, they don't believe this guy just went up and just, they had a conversation and he went back and he shot him the way he did. What's your gut feeling on the whole Nipsey situation now? The aftermath, the smoke has settled. The dude got convicted, but people still have a lot of questions.
Yeah, and again, like you said, oh God, this is anecdotal. It's my personal opinion.
Right.
Me growing up in the environment I grew up in, I don't even think he did it. I don't even think the guy did it. It just does, because when you're in your neighborhood and you kind of like a shot caller, Nip was a shot caller. He was that guy. And he was connected to other guys. That's the kind of person you just don't walk up on. He's the kind of person you just don't pick an argument with. And then when you couple that with Nip's demeanor, Nip wasn't a let's go pick a fight type guy.
Right.
So it just, I never thought it was, when I looked at the guy, his demeanor doesn't even show that he has that kind of nature. I just don't see it in him. I really, a lot of people say I'm a conspiracy theorist around it. I don't think so. I don't think the guy did it. I never did. I just don't think you're going to walk up broad daylight and do that, man. It's just in his neighborhood and get away. It doesn't make sense to me.
So let me ask you this. If he didn't do it, I'm not going to ask you who did it because obviously none of us were there. But if he didn't do it, why was it done, in your opinion?
I think economic interest. I'll leave it at that. Economic interest, economic conflicts.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't expect to hear that.
Nah, me neither. Let me ask you this, and feel free to say no.
You asked me, man. You asked
me. You always keep it 100 with us, and we appreciate it. But feel free to say no comment if you got to on this one, because I want to talk about Larry Hoover and him basically denouncing the Gangsta Disciples. He did it on paper, I guess, to try to find his way to get out of there. What's your whole thought process behind Larry Hoover and his denouncement of the Gangsta Disciples?
Sam.
I'm sorry.
You don't practice this shit.
I'm sorry. I swear to God we don't. We be on the company. We don't even know what we're going to ask shit.
Y'all always ask great questions, man. Okay. If I'm Larry Hoover and I'm 70 years old and I have the influence that I have, it would be in my best interest politically to plausibly, well, I'm being very careful, to plausibly deny association for the sake of the politics. Okay, I'm going to separate myself from this entity. I'm 70 years old, and I'm one of the most influential leaders of a very notorious group of people. it would be in my best political interest to separate myself from that entity.
Very well put.
Yes, sir.
Very well put.
Thank you.
Yeah, we get it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're gonna press too much with that one. Let's talk about this though. The RICO charges, right? We got Young Thug, we got Gunner in there right now. Now the prosecutor down there said within the next 60 days, did she say 2 more rappers? I think at least 2 more rappers, will be prosecuted on RICO charges. Now people throwing names around, you don't know who. I'm not gonna mention nobody's name. I'll never want to do that to nobody, but how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about these new RICO charges coming down, in particular on Gunner and Young Thug?
RICO's horrible.
Yeah.
We need to remandate the way RICO is used in law. I think that's unethical.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's the people not getting involved. A ruling like RICO is just downright wrong on so many levels. It's wrong. And the purpose of it is wrong. It creates a whole lot of problems on so many levels, man. And RICO creates an environment that's pretty cutthroat. Right. And it indemnifies innocent people just because of association. And it's unfortunate, man, because the majority of these guys, they get entangled into these RICO charges, and they literally didn't do anything.
Wow.
Worth merit at all. And it's the way the law is formed, how you get caught in a RICO case. I don't even know how people are allowing it. It's really inhumane. It's like if you happen to be on a phone call with someone else that's actually doing something wrong, and if they believe that you had something to do with it or you knew about it and didn't say anything, they can put leverage on you to rat and tail and all other crazy stuff. And if you don't, we're going to throw time on you. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just a crazy rabbit hole that what RICO does to people. And just to even say that they're investigating multiple people is just absolutely unethical.
Do you see them winning that case? Is there any chance for Young Thug and Gunner to win the case, or you think that it's pretty much murder she wrote for him?
I don't. Young Thug's gonna have a problem. Gunner, it may be circumstantial.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, Young Thug's got a serious problem.
Yeah.
A serious problem, because he's got people that have indemnified themselves that are in tough positions. Because a good witness is a witness under pressure. When a witness is under pressure and they can incur just as much damage as the person that's under prosecution, you can make a witness say and do anything.
Damn, turn a witness into a rat. That's crazy.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. The Game. Now, he got hit with a judgment, I think about 2016, young woman by the name of Priscilla Rainey. Judgment ordered him to pay about $7.5 million. He's obviously ran away from that, been laughing, been joking, ain't paid the money. Now it's saying that she's going after her lawyers, saying they're going after his PayPal, his Zelle, his Cash App, all the other digital ways to gain currency and transfer currencies. Do you see a situation where he gets out of this scot-free without paying this woman, or do you see them taking it to that level and getting that money regardless?
Oh, they're going to get the money. Hopefully he doesn't do jail time.
Wow.
Civil infringement. They're going to get the money.
Man.
Because, I mean, he has a judgment against him.
Right.
If the judgment wasn't ratified, it'd be one thing. But he has a court judgment. And he's using his revenue because she doesn't have it. But, eventually she'll get pro bono and they'll come after him. Unfortunately, I don't like that kind of stuff happen. To see that happen to anyone. But unfortunately, he's going to pay for that.